Yeah, shout out to one
Good friend
man.
of the podcast.
I was a big fan of him from a long time ago. You know, I watched also his movie called Suckling Bamboo or
Yeah.
something like that. And he kind of just reached out. You know, he said, "Yo, what's up? Let's go for coffee." And I was like, "Oh my God, no way!" You know, he was the first person like I didn't know that I met here in Dubai, and we just sat there and had coffee and we connected, and there was a lot of similar things. And he's been in industry for so long, almost 2 decades. So he's been doing this, you know, especially comedy. And I just kind of respected the guy for how he approached everything with me. And he heard my story with TikTok and everything, and he just gave me advice. And the way he was handling things is in a completely professional manner that I was like, okay, feed me some more. I want to learn more. So yeah, we just kind of decided, hey, let's get together sometime, see what we can do. You know, we did a few as a test to see what's up. They happened so fast. We were so quick because it's already there. A lot of them were one takes. So now I'm like, okay, cool. Then we sat down after that in a cafe under his house, and he's like, yo, let's do something. Let's create more stuff, like something real, you know. So that's what we're kind of working on right now. We're kind of working to see what we can do together, because he has connects, man.
Yeah.
He knows everybody. Everybody knows him. He knows everyone. So we're gonna use that, hoping to use that, you know, to benefit both of us. And I think we're a very good combination.
Yeah.
You know, he had a thing. He said Suri Kuri.
Yeah.
I like that. And I was like, okay, yeah, let's roll with that one. Okay.
Basil in the house. Basil in the house.
In the studio, not in the house. It's not a house,
This
man.
is kind of a house, you know?
It's like you have houses in a studio.
Inside the studio.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm going to let you say your surname because I don't want to butcher it.
All right, it's Gazioglu.
Gazioglu. Talk to me about that because that's not a very Arabic surname, huh?
No, it's not. My father is 75% Turkish.
75%.
Yeah, so his mom is half Turkish, his dad is Turkish,
Okay.
and his mom is half Syrian as well.
Okay.
He grew up in Syria.
Okay.
So that's why my name is Basil, right?
Makes sense.
Yeah, it's a very Syrian name.
And mum?
Mom is fully Syrian,
Okay.
from Latakia.
Okay. I'm going to pretend that I know where that is, but...
It's in somewhere north. I don't even know where it is, bro.
Right?
I don't know.
I just wanted to get you in. Listen, we'll start very softly. I don't want to go really hard into it in the beginning.
As you like it, bro. I
mean,
like it hard.
We're
It's
definitely
fine.
not gonna. We're definitely not gonna start softly. I just wanted you to have a false sense of security before
Don't worry
before we
about
get
me,
into
man.
it. But like for those people who don't know, you're a comedian, no?
Yeah. Comedian and aspiring actor. I would say.
Aspiring actor.
Yeah.
Is acting something that you definitely want to get into?
I love it. I love
Yeah?
it so much. Yeah. I studied it. I loved it since I was a child.
Okay. What kind of inspired you to just with acting and?
It's
when you
gonna
were a
sound
child?
weird, but it's
Ninja
Jackie
Turtles,
Chan.
right? Oh, okay. No, mine was Ninja Turtles, bro.
No.
I still remember the song, man.
It's Jackie Chan, man.
Okay.
Because I was never into cartoons as a kid. I never watched cartoons
Ever?
I know what the cartoons are and who the characters are because of
Yeah,
the
yeah.
memes and obviously social media, but I never
Wait.
watched it.
How old are you?
I'm 30.
So we didn't have memes when the cartoons were out.
No, so like
Oh, now you know. So now you learn.
Later in life, yeah,
I was
yeah,
about
yeah,
to
I see
say,
everywhere.
what kind of like time traveler is this?
No, yeah, and then
Okay.
like obviously you got some friends that are talking about it all
Yeah,
the
yeah.
time, Yu-Gi-Oh and
Yeah,
I don't
yeah,
know
yeah.
what, and Dragon Ball Z and all that stuff. But I was never into it because I never understood how I can watch real people, like hear real people, but I'm seeing like moving objects, like moving characters. So
Okay.
I never really got into it. And then one time my father brought me into the living room while he's watching Jackie Chan movies. It was in Chinese.
Okay, which one was it? Do you remember?
It's something
Story?
dragon something. Okay, I know. I don't.
That's 19 of the
yeah.
Jackie Chan movie titles
Yeah.
that didn't narrow it
It's just-
down at all.
It was the one after he made when he was featured on Bruce Lee's movie.
Okay, fair enough.
And the thing that I loved about it most was he wasn't just fighting. The way he fought was very funny.
Yeah.
He wasn't the guy like Bruce Lee, like I'm untouchable, right? No.
He'd hurt himself, he'd fall.
Yeah, he will get hit, but then he comes back, and I just love the way he did it. I just loved everything about Jackie Chan. So after that, at those days, you used to go and rent VCRs
Yeah.
from like a shop.
Blockbuster video. One of those
Yeah,
things,
exactly. So we had like our own like knockoff Blockbuster, whatever. And I rented every single Jackie Chan movie he ever had. And I watched them all. Like I would rent it for a week and watch it for a week, and then I'd come again and watch the rest. And then I got into like other movies like Tom Cruise and Will Smith and.
Mate, do you know how many people and how many injuries Jackie Chan has had from his movies? Because he does all of his own stunts.
Yeah.
And I guess that's what makes it kind of cool.
Yeah.
But mate, that like, you know that there's, I read somewhere, I will try and find it and add it later. The insurance that they had to get for Jackie Chan movies was like so much higher than every other movie that was getting done, simply because everybody just breaks everything during the movies.
Yeah.
That's crazy. So what inspired you to go from, let's take it back. So you were raised where?
I was born and raised in Abu Dhabi.
Okay. Hella, Corniche Hospital.
Yeah,
of course,
exactly.
bro.
Yeah.
All of us were raised in the same place. There was a school, a hospital, and the cinema on the top floor, bro. It's like that. And then there's the Corniche.
Yeah, it's like anybody who tells me, yo, where were you born? Or who, they tell me where they were. Like, everybody was born in the same hospital, man. You're probably born in the next room from me.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was born and raised there.
I'm 40 now. I'm way older. So you were born in the next room from me. Let's just get it.
Okay, all right. Sorry,
bro.
bro.
Respect your elders. But
Can't even believe you're 40. No way.
I know. Kind of.
What's your secret?
I look pretty good for a 4-year-old, right?
What's your secret? How are you keeping your skin like this, bro?
I don't know, bro. Let's not talk about skin, bro. I had to make an appointment with
my doctor.
Yeah. I literally spoke to her the other day. I was just like, please help me do something.
She's got you, bro. She's got you. Trust me.
So okay, so you were born, raised there.
Mm-hmm.
What were you thinking of doing before you started getting into it? Because you said you studied it. You studied it here? No.
So I didn't study acting the first thing.
Okay.
The first thing I did
Engineer,
was...
doctor, lawyer.
Exactly. So when I went to my dad and said, I want to do acting, he just laughed. And he's like, where's the bread and salt in Arabic? Like, there's no... He had a company and he was trying to make me take over, basically.
Yeah.
But, you know, just life takes you in different directions.
Yeah.
I went to Glasgow, Scotland. I studied civil engineering, graduated from there. And then he called me up one day. He's like, yo, why don't you stay in the UK? I'm like, go for the nationality. I was like, what? How long do I have to stay here? He's like, just another 6 years. I'm like, whoa, bro. I wasn't expecting that. So I stayed, and it's the best thing I've ever done in my life.
Yeah, of course, bro. Because if you try traveling on a Syrian, you can't even get to Carrefour on a Syrian passport,
bro. I would get strip searched by duty free, bro. Like anybody would want to search me.
Yeah.
I was just that guy, you know. But I couldn't work in engineering at that time.
Okay.
Because there is a thing about minorities there. It's just the way it is. It's systematic or whatever it is. So I worked at a restaurant, a Lebanese restaurant, for 5 years. I started as a dishwasher.
Nice.
And then obviously waiter, commis waiter, cashier, manager. And then as soon as I reached the top, which is assistant director, there's nowhere I can go further than that.
What is an assistant director of a Lebanese restaurant? He's the guy that says, Yallah, khallis.
He's basically the guy everyone goes to because they don't want to go to the director.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, I'm that guy, right?
Yeah.
Like, just talk to Bassett. Just talk to Bassett. So every time I would walk into the restaurant in the morning, all I would hear is Basil. It was a good experience. It was an amazing experience. I'll never forget it ever. And my manager was amazing. One of the owners, his name was Maher. He was amazing. He taught me everything he knew. He just saw me that I was hungry to learn, and he taught me everything. But then it wasn't what I was passionate about, you know?
Okay, and then where'd you go from being a young Syrian kid in a foreign place to, okay, I want to study acting here?
Mm-hmm. Well...
Is there anything specific that happened or any...
Yeah, TikTok happened.
Okay.
I was on a train on the way to work. I was scrolling through TikTok, and I was watching some really stupid things, really silly things. And I said, I could do better. I could create some stuff. So I went back home that day and I wrote a few things and I acted them out. And then the next day I would do the same and do the same. And I just kept going at it. It was all about consistency because that's the only thing I learned. If you're consistent, you're going to get to where you want to get.
Undeniable.
Yeah. And once I got to about like 2.5 million followers on there in a very short time, I think it was about 9 months. My father called me up and he's like, I think it's time for you to study acting. I'm like, oh, really?
Your father calls you up and he's like, الخبز والملح is...
there's a lot of khubz والملح there, you know? So that's when I went to Met Film School in London.
Nice.
And I studied it.
Nice.
And I loved it. I loved everything about it. It was everything I ever thought like it would be. You know, I met a lot of people. And it was very different for me because it went from acting and doing everything and scripting and producing everything in your living room to doing it with other people and learning how it's done, like a set.
Learning how to do it with other people as well. Like even doing comedy by yourself is one thing, but having to work on other people's timing and other people's, you know, their idea of how it should come out.
Exactly.
You know, because they say like one of my favorite quotes is, a camel is a horse drawn by a committee.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean? So you get 10 people to draw a horse and it ends up with all this because everyone wants to put their own input in, right?
Exactly.
So is that quite annoying when it comes to your kind of comedy? Because a lot of your stuff is by yourself, right?
Yeah. that's the thing. When I did acting, I wanted to kind of learn the other side. I didn't want to do just comedy. What I was mostly in love with was how you can make people feel things behind the screen. That's the thing that I was always getting me. It's like when I was watching Tom Cruise's The Last Samurai, I teared up in that movie. I was a kid, but I teared up in that movie. I loved it. You didn't think it was good?
Me, so The Last Samurai is an American 5'6" guy
Yeah, he is.
in Japan.
Yeah.
Like it's like,
Okay.
these movies. It's like, you know, in Gods of Egypt, and they're all blue-eyed, blonde-haired guys, and I'm like, are you gonna ever put somebody who looks like this from that place? Do you know what I mean?
That movie was very shit. Man.
Yeah.
That movie was very bad. I stopped it not even halfway.
Yeah,
I was
right?
like, no way, I'm gonna continue.
But this is the thing, man. It's like, that wasn't for me at all.
Oh yeah. Okay. Well, for me, it was just about that feeling. Like, how can I make people feel things behind the screen, and that's what I learned in the acting school.
Who's your favorite actor?
Favorite
Who is
ever?
it that's
Ever? I would say it would be Joaquin Phoenix.
really, that's an interesting one.
Yes. Or Daniel Day-Lewis, one of those two.
Daniel Day-Lewis for sure.
Yeah, those two are really, really good at what they do, man. Because they really tap into the character. They really tap into that, and they don't leave it until the movie's done. It's pretty dangerous. I heard about like method acting.
Yeah, man, locking yourself in a place and then really taking on that full form. Like, did you see My Left Foot?
Yes, of course. That's
Bro,
insane.
that I
bro.
cried through, man.
That's
And then I started trying to paint with my foot, like for about a week, until I realized it's not for me. But that kind of film is incredible.
He's crazy. He's
also,
really good.
I like those roles where people take on. I know it's a weird thing to say, but when people take on roles of people with disabilities but do it well, like if you ever saw Robert De Niro in Awakenings,
I think I did. Yeah.
like when you can do it like that and make you forget he's Robert De Niro because we're, you know, you think, you know, of the roles that he's done, but then when you kind of forget about that stuff, it's incredible how some people can do it. But then you've got people like Keanu Reeves, who's an amazing human being, but I couldn't tell you any character in any of his movies that's not the same guy.
It's always the same. It is the same.
Like, no, we did too much.
Yeah.
But, you know, we went too far.
And like the way he's
Trinity. It's like this. Yeah, it's the same character.
Yeah.
Like John Wick. They killed my dog. It's like the same guy everywhere, but he seems to be getting, all of these roles.
But that's the thing. He's stuck to that. I mean, he can't really go and do something else.
Yeah, but he gets loads of roles.
Like what? Like what's roles did he get that's not about the same?
No, but this is what I'm saying. None of the roles should have been the same.
Okay,
but he just does them the same.
Okay.
For example, like, did you know that? Fun fact for you, if you don't know, that originally Neo from The Matrix was offered to Will Smith.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, and
I
he
did
turned
know
it
that,
down for the Wild Wild West.
Yeah, that's so stupid.
That's
that
crazy,
movie was so
right?
shit. It was so
That's
shit. Wild Wild
crazy.
West was so bad, man.
But it's crazy, like when you see that they turn some roles down and what could have been, right?
Yeah, I mean Matt Damon said no to Avatar.
Yeah, right.
And James Cameron offered him a percentage too. He didn't even offer him
It's
like
crazy.
Yeah.
Just look, my advice: anything that comes to you, take it.
I'm
bro.
taking it,
Just
bro. I'll
take
take it.
bro.
Whatever it is, I'll do it. I'll
take
do
it.
it. Yeah, for sure.
So that's what inspired you to do your sketches. What happened with TikTok? Because something happened where they were like, "Sorry, no more, my friend."
Yeah, I think. Well, from my side, I think it was just a door closed. It's time for you to transition, to move somewhere else. It's time for you to take. It was like something. Life is not gonna be easy. This path is not gonna be easy, and I think that was part of it. I think it was a lesson more than anything for me. But what really happened behind closed doors, I don't really know.
Till now, you don't know.
I don't really know, but because other creators would go to the office and they would ask what happened to Bassett, and they all know me. All creators know me because a lot of them I brought onto the app as well myself, but they all heard different stories. One of them was he was bullying people. One of them was
Bullying through your comedy sketches, or bullying personally, bullying people.
Like no, bullying through my videos, obviously. And another was like he had like 8 violations or something, you know. And I would sit there.
Did you get the violations?
Where was my warning? No.
Yeah.
I didn't because when I created a new account just to say I'm not on here anymore. Hey guys, follow me on YouTube and I don't know what. That video got violated and they put an account warning on my account right away. Right away. So it wasn't the same. It was really not the same. And the stuff they would tell me, like they changed their behavior with me. It went from Habibi, how is everything? Come here, do this, let's do that. I don't know what, to very professional manner to we're doing our best. We'll let you know. And it just that's the part that really that really hurt me was the change. And then when I gave up on the followers and everything, I said, can I just have my videos back? Because a lot of them I filmed
they
on
didn't
the app.
yeah, because you can't save them properly from TikTok, can you? As
No,
well?
and at that time I wasn't a professional to film outside and then edit outside and then just post it. I was filming on the app. And the way they took 2 months to tell me, yeah, we're trying to get your videos back. I don't know. I'm like, and then one of my friends said, if they can give you your videos back, they can get your account back. If they can't give you your videos back, they can't give your account back. So one of those two things happened. When I was able to reach someone in TikTok China through a friend, through another friend,
Wow.
he was like, your account got deleted. It didn't get banned.
Really?
Yeah, so it's an equal thing to called YouTube termination. So I don't know if it happened by accident or it was on purpose.
So they don't have your videos. They couldn't give you back your videos.
They can't. It was like 3,500 videos all gone.
Wow.
Yeah.
That must have been.
That's what hurt.
Yeah, that's
a
lot of work, bro.
Yeah, that's about 3 years of work, man. And at that time, I was posting daily like 3 or 4 times, you know? So it was a lot of stuff.
And what about brands as well? Because surely you had brands that were.
Okay. Here's the funny thing. 2 months before I got banned, I was signed by an agent for the first time. Because I would say no to all the agents because of the way they were acting. And most agents, what they want to do is basically sign you, reply to your emails called inbounds.
Yeah.
And then take 20%.
Yeah.
I wasn't interested in that because I could reply to my own emails. I wanted someone to go out there headhunting, yeah. And the first ever amazing agent I ever get, he got me like 4 deals. One of them was Talabat,
Nice.
which I was able to do finally. But as soon as that happened, he dropped me and took all the deals with him. So I lost the trust of the brands as well. I didn't just lose the videos and the money that was in the app, none of that. But the best thing about this is YouTube came to me right after and they kind of hugged me and they said, we got you. Come to us.
They approached you?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, they said, come on, we love you, we love your things, come through, be exclusive to us. And I was like, yeah. You know, 5 minutes before I got banned, this is another funny story. I swear to God, I have a DM, I'll send it to you later as a screenshot. Gary V messages me. He says, BG, keep it moving. And then 5 minutes later, I get banned. I was laughing when I got banned. The first half an hour, I was laughing. I was like, okay, there's something like from the universe here, you know? But I just kept going. This is the thing. It's very cliche when you say you get knocked down 7 times, get back up or whatever. That's how it is, man. You just got to get back up and keep going. The creative mind is in here and in here. It's not the app.
Yeah, for sure. Because you got to, I mean, a lot of people, especially Gary as well, he's a big proponent on don't keep all your eggs in one basket.
Yeah.
You need to have
exactly
5-6 apps going at the same time, just in case something happens, or, you know, when a new app comes, jump on that one because
for sure
this situation.
Exactly.
Because there's a lot of people who would have been in your position and wouldn't have continued. It would have hit them so hard they would have been like, oh, forget this.
Yeah, let me
I'm done with this stuff. Yeah. Let me go back to the restaurant.
No, that
take a
was not
shawarma orders and stuff. Yeah,
that was not an option for me, man. The only option for me was go harder. Like that's when I needed to go harder. And I went, and actually it was good because I went and recreated a lot of the videos I made before.
But did them better, right? Because you saw what you could have added to it. Yeah,
exactly.
So what is it that you think attracts viewers of your sketches and the way that you do things?
I'm very indirect with a lot of stuff. So I would talk about politics. I would talk about whatever social conditions that are going on, but I would do them in such a funny way that it just kind of like scratches the surface and then goes back. Like it just fly passes you, you know? Dave Chappelle does that, but Dave Chappelle is a genius.
Yeah, Dave Chappelle's a goat.
He's a genius. He's a genius. He's one of my inspirations. I can never get to like that. Maybe later in life when I have this power, but he had a lot of power and he had a lot of things behind him. So he was able to get away with a lot of things. So there's a lot of things he could do that no one can do. But I try to just, you know, just as I said, scratch the surface. Just scratch the surface and keep going. Make it funny for both audiences. Whoever agrees and doesn't agree with you will still think it's funny.
Yeah, you put something in there for both of them. So it's like, even if they want to disagree with you, they agree with one point. So that way they're still, you know, committed one way or another, right? Exactly.
Yeah,
I mean, I think there's a difference between people who try to be funny and people who are funny. And again, one thing I noticed with you is you're one of the people that try to be one of the people that are funny, right? Thank you. We need one of these buttons. No, because it's like, again, like you did, there's a lot of social commentary and people think it's easy to do. In general, it's hard. Even on a platform like this, it's hard to do social commentary without getting the woke people around. But to do it in a way that's funny, and like you said, to do it in a way that misleads you into the social commentary, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Through that, it's very hard, dude. And to also, on top of that, be very careful about how much you say, because just a little bit too far,
You can get canceled.
you get cancelled.
Cancel culture.
And that's a skill. But I've had many comedians on the show before, and we've all had the same view. I think comedians and comedy should not be allowed to be touched by cancel culture.
Yeah, I agree.
I
Totally
think they should have free range to be whoever they are, to say whatever they want. And it's kind of coming back now.
Mm-hmm.
You know, there was a phase where they were like trying to just eat every comedian for everything that they said. But it's just like, guys, it's comedy, man. Just let people say what they want to say. If you don't like it, that's fine.
It's subjective.
Yeah.
Comedy is the only genre that I say is always subjective. That's why I think comedy is the hardest genre. Because listen, let's say there's a movie the title is drama. It's gonna be dramatic. Maybe it's not dramatic enough for you. Maybe you don't like it, but it's still drama. If it's action, maybe it's not. I don't like the action, but it's still action. But comedy is the one genre. Either the movie's funny or it's not. Either the show is funny or it's not. But this is where that's the whole point of a joke. Well, why am I'm joking? You know.
Again, it's a difficult world because. So I have a small group of friends. If I showed you some of my WhatsApp groups, you'd cancel me as a friend.
Bro.
Like, and I'm sure you've got the same.
Yeah, bro, I got some really
what I'm
bad
saying,
things
you'd
on there.
cancel me as a human being. Like,
Yeah.
because when you have that small circle of friends that you trust, you can say anything.
Yes.
And people, because it's trust, because they know it's comedy, because they know you're just being quick on the joke, you know, you don't want to let it go too far, too much time before you get that joke in, because you know that's the exact time for it, right? So you can be trusted. You can really get some funny stuff out there. But again, when other people are involved, they don't have that same connection with you, right?
Of course.
So I can understand the danger. That fly, by the way, is part of the podcast. It comes.
Yeah,
in,
I know.
It stays
Yeah,
around.
so it's a
and
guest.
stuff.
It's a guest.
It's one of the guests. Yeah. So it's very difficult. I really wish that comedy was like that, you know, in the world. I mean, there's so many weird things that are happening right now that make me understand woke people in a way that, okay, I don't agree with you, but looking at some of the stuff that you say, I can understand why you would find this not appropriate, because you're an idiot. But do you know what I mean? Like, it's straight up, you're an idiot. Yeah, like you don't know how somewhere along the line you fell into something that you don't even understand yourself. So I understand them, but it's just like, just leave comedians alone.
Yeah, I mean,
leave
do your
Britney
thing.
alone.
You know, I thought this the same thing, but then when Will Smith did his thing, in
What, the
Oscars,
slap?
Yeah, I was really, really
Yeah,
angry, man.
of
I was
course.
really, really angry at that time. I was like, no way, because Will Smith was one of the legends that
Yeah, I mean,
really
and
loved
Chris
watching.
Rock, of all people, he's a national treasure, man.
like, you can't just go and do that, and he dealt with it very nicely. Chris Rock took it,
I don't know. I still don't believe the whole thing.
man. You know,
It just
come
seems
on,
very
man.
fake, bro. It just
No, bro.
the way the slap was, the reaction, I mean, it could 100% it could be real, but I just mean it was so outrageous
Yeah,
that it didn't seem real.
exactly.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's why he played it off. You know, he didn't want to make a scene. He played it off, and then a year later,
Bro,
did you
so
see that
good.
part?
Yeah, of course.
Come
bro.
on, that's why I think
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
real,
yeah.
because he went up on there and he really
Yeah.
trashed Will Smith. you
Yeah,
know?
I mean, again, Will, I'm not going to get into Will and all that stuff
Mm.
because he's on next week, so I don't want to talk too bad about it.
Yeah, okay, cool.
Talk me through the process of your sketches. So from idea to recording to getting it out there, what's the process that you go
It
through?
always starts as me going into my notes, because I always have
So
stuff.
you write notes all during the day, like when you're walking. If you see something, you're going to write it down.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I just write the title. I'll develop it later when I'm chilling. And usually it's always around 12 to 3 a.m. is when I start really writing.
Yeah.
And I just go on my computer, open iCloud notes on there, and I just start writing whatever. And if I can't come up with something or it's a mental block, I will use the internet to see what other things are that can inspire me to actually write this one. And I will always just focus on that one. And then as soon as it's written, it's done, I go on to the next and I go on to the next. So whenever I go into my notes now, I'll always have finished scripts and still ones to write. There's always more. I call it the bank. I always bank scripts. And then when it's time to do them, I'll do 3 or 4 in the same day,
Okay.
because I don't film every week or every day. I do film every week, but I will go on to my notes. I'll be okay. I'm gonna do this, this, and this, and that. I'll go into my closet, get out all these costumes. I make sure these costumes are very, again, outrageous. They need to look like a pretend, right? They can't look like real costumes, because that's the whole funny thing about it. It's like, look at this guy wearing this thing, you know? I'll put them out, put the lights out, drop down my green screen, and start recording. Finish them all, and then I'll start editing one by one. The next day, the day after, I'll do another one. Oh, I feel like editing that one. Sometimes I don't even edit one of them or two of them, and I'll keep filming. Yeah. Because I feel like, oh, those ones are better, and then I'll come back to those. Because you always get some days you don't want to do anything. You just want to kind of have something ready to edit or to post.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense, bro. It's a very difficult life, the whole social media life, and having to always do something, and especially when it's your job and you're making money out of it, right? So it's like, I can't decide I'm not posting anything for a day or 3 days or a week. You literally have to, right? So you gotta be ready in advance,
because you don't want to become irrelevant. That's the whole thing about the social media. It pushes you to, it doesn't care. It doesn't care what your personal life is about. It doesn't care if you're sad. It doesn't care if you're sick. It does not care. You got to stay relevant. And there's other people out there that are trying to outwork you, right? To be honest with you, there's a huge difference between an influencer and a content creator. So I always get like kind of ticked when I see like a vlogger trying to put content creator. Like, what are you really creating?
It's ridiculous.
You're vlogging what you're doing. That's all you do, right? So yeah, stick to that. And if you're an influencer, cool. But I think you're a bad influencer. I don't think you're a good one.
Maybe they identify as a
as a good
as a content creator, right?
Yeah. So what I do is kind of a bit different. So that's why, like, on my stories on Instagram and all of that, I don't really post about what I'm doing or my daily life or anything like that. I just focus on the content creation and actually create the content.
No, I agree with that, because me and DK were having this conversation before, and I was like, should I be posting a lot of stuff on my Jibber page on Instagram, like what I'm doing? Because I mean, alhamdulillah, I'm very blessed, but I hang around with some very cool people, man, and very influential people. I do really cool stuff. I've got like 5 different licenses. I'm driving the boat. I'm a captain.
What? Wait, what?
Yeah.
What's the 5 licenses? Car,
boat, motorbike, skydiving, and the license to kill. No, but I'm out on the boat and driving around the beautiful Dubai and doing overnight trips where I'm fishing, and some of the people I'm with are very big celebs. And then I was like, but maybe I shouldn't do that. Like, maybe I should kind of just keep it separate. Maybe start another page and then keep that just the content for what it is, because I don't want to start muddying up the pages with random other stuff, right?
Yeah, you got to stick to that niche, bro.
Yeah,
you got to stick to that niche. I can't go on there and start doing fashion, right? I can't start.
I mean, I've seen some of your clothes. You definitely can't.
Yeah. Yeah. But even if this guy, man. But even if I wanted to, it's just it would not get the views. It would not get the right amount of attraction, because I'm doing something different. So if I would get fashion and kind of combine it with my comedy, which is what I do for most ads, whatever it is, then it'll work. But if you're gonna stick to one thing, you gotta stick to one thing. You open another page for another thing. So a lot of YouTubers do that. This page is for what I've been doing. I want to do something different. I'll open another page and I'll promote it from my original page, but I'll stick to each page, what it does and what it offers, because they're different viewers.
Have you ever put something out or recorded something, got ready to put it out and gone, this one might be a bit too much. This one might be,
I did. It was a joke of a passport control guy. And he gets the passport of someone from Israel.
Okay.
So he just says,
cancelled. Jibber with Java cancelled. It was nice seeing you guys. It's been really good, this whole journey we've had together. I've enjoyed creating this content for you. Just WhatsApp me or DM me if you want to hang out. Maybe it's time that I show you my other life other than this podcast, because we're not getting on. No, but yeah, go on.
Yeah, it's he just as soon as you go to a passport control guy, most like in the UK or in America, they ask you name, whatever, occupation, and when he says ask occupation, the guy says, no, I'm just here to visit. And the guy does that, like, he just gets shocked basically. I put that out for literally 5 minutes, and I was like, oh, I'm removing it. I'm removing it. It's not the time for me to do something like that, but. This is when, of course, you say, okay, I need to chill.
But again, you would have wanted to. And a lot of people would have loved that.
Yes, a lot of people would have loved that. But I got to understand the power here. Who has power here? The
Yeah,
people.
definitely not you, bro.
Is it me?
Kiss
No.
that British passport goodbye, bro. If
Kiss
you
the
want
British
to-
passport
yeah.
goodbye. The account gets shadow banned. I'll get like
Yeah, yeah.
the losses are too high for me to keep this video.
Just for the one joke, yeah.
So it's not worth it.
Yeah.
So I had to remove it like right away.
Very smart there.
Yeah, even though I was like when I was editing it, I kept laughing. I was like, "This video is so good.
Yeah.
This video is so good." But as soon as I pressed post and I watched it, likes in the comments, I was like, "Whoa!"
Yeah, yeah.
Archive.
How do you deal with haters and stuff? Because
I
there's a lot.
don't.
You just don't.
I just don't. Man.
You don't read the comments. You don't.
No, but even if I get haters to comment, it's good for me. It's good for my bad press is good press. Whatever is happening on my page, whatever's happening on that video, if there's people commenting, that's good for my video.
Yeah, yeah.
So I just look at the good side. People are gonna hate. Not everyone's gonna like me. And when that happens, it's like, oh, some people are not gonna think you're funny. I always say, well, not everyone has good taste.
Yeah, yeah.
It's just the way of life, you know.
I find haters very strange. Not just haters who hate on the person. So, for example, Khalid and Noura were on the show. I've got a clip of Noura talking about being Arab or not being Arab, and it's on Instagram. It's got 1.2 or 2 million views. I mean,
I love them. They're
hundreds and
amazing.
thousands of comments and all that stuff. And the funny thing is that it started with people hating on her. Okay. And then it's just a bunch of Moroccans hating each other and arguing with each other. And it's been going on for 2 months. Every day I get probably about 150 comments.
Wow.
People just cussing the ancestors of the people and this and that, and still going on. And the views are still going, and
That's the whole
and
point.
they're still arguing with each other, full on arguing.
Yeah.
And I'm just reading the comments, cracking up at each other.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you're all Moroccans, dude. Like you're all cussing the hell out of each other, and it's still going. And it's crazy
That's what it is. It's engagement. Okay, either someone, I love this video or I hate this video, that's gonna cause the same engagement for me.
Yeah.
So why would you care? And I always say, when you get hate, you become great.
Yeah.
That's the whole thing about it.
Yeah, it's crazy the momentum these things can build. Because that video that I'm talking about is also on Instagram. And to get that many views and comments and shares and likes on Instagram is so hard compared to TikTok to get 1 million
I got
views
you.
and stuff. So
Of course.
it's just crazy, dude. The same thing about, I did a video on TikTok about my wife being half Somali.
Is she?
Yeah, she's half Somali, half English.
Wow, amazing.
And the Somalis just started going nuts, bro.
Why?
You're not Somali unless your dad's Somali and blah, blah, blah. And then people arguing. And then the Somalis started arguing with themselves. And I'm sitting there laughing. And you got Somalis saying to them, you can't have a Somali passport if you're not Somali. And then another Somali goes, bro, you can buy a Somali passport for £20 in some parts of Somalia, and just going on. And I'm just laughing there, just looking at them. And it's just like, I don't understand. Like, and some of them said some raw stuff, bro.
I'm imagining.
Like, if I ever saw you in this, like, you would never come up to me and say something about my wife like that in the street, bro, because you'd be guillotined in a second, bro.
I get you.
Like, you'd learn what a Kimura is very quickly, bro. Like, do you know what I mean? And there's this weird veil on the internet where people think they can actually say raw stuff, bro.
Whatever they want.
That they would never, ever. And I'm not saying this because, like, I'm jacked and the epitome of the best fighter in the world, because I am. But
I can see,
like, right? Like, they would just not say that even to a normal person, even to a person small and weak or whatever, because they would never have the balls to make themselves look that bad.
Exactly.
The shame in front of someone to say that.
They won't even say it out loud.
Yeah, but on the internet, bro, they're going, bro. They're on it.
That's the thing about the internet, man. The worst thing what I saw from TikTok was there was a lot of kids doing this, like children. You're a child, and they're saying things that are just unimaginable. Like, as a kid, you shouldn't be saying these things, but you say it because you feel like you have this kind of like freedom to say it here. You have this access, but as soon as you close that app, I can't say these kind of things.
Imagine that they gave away. They should do something like this where they give away your IP address with your comment, or they give away your location with your comment, or something like that.
Then they will stop saying it, right?
That's what I mean. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
If everyone made a comment, it would tag just the area you're in, Basha. Like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, you just get the whole gang of stuff.
People would think twice, bro, about all that stuff.
Of course.
It's crazy. There was a a funny YouTube. There's a guy on YouTube, so he's a hacker,
Okay.
and he goes on to, you know, Omegle and all of these Twitch and all that stuff. So, you know, gamers go crazy, bro, and they start cussing people's mums and all that stuff. And he goes and he starts talking to them. So he hacks them and starts telling them, "Oh, is your sister home?" and blah blah blah. And they're like, "What?"
What?
They're like, "Oh yeah, you live at," and they bleep it, and they say the address number and blah blah blah. And then these kids get so scared and they're like, "I'm so sorry. Oh, please, I'm sorry. I'll never do it again. I'll never do it again." I'm going to send you some of those videos. It's amazing, dude.
Yeah, we should
We
have
need to
a
get
whole
a hacker, bro.
organization
Yeah,
doing
yeah.
this, like
DK,
a proper government.
We need to get some hackers, please, in the studio so we can start doing it live.
The government should do this.
Yeah,
The government
bro.
itself should have an organization just
Where they
doing
just
this.
go out and do that stuff,
Yeah,
right?
just go scare kids away from saying this kind of thing.
It's nuts, bro. It's a very, I mean, I just think about social media in general. It's so powerful in both ways, right? So the positives are so high, but the negatives are also so high, and it just thinks, I wonder what it's going to be like in the future for my kids.
It's
on
yin and
social
yang, bro.
media.
It's yin and yang.
Yeah,
So yin yang in every situation.
that's very profound of you. Is this the part of the podcast where you're going to start saying some profound stuff?
You
and
want me
stuff?
to?
Yeah,
I
yeah.
just
Let's
start
get
getting
it.
wise. And start going this like little
Let's get it in,
goatee,
right?
you know?
Yeah. So okay. So where do you go from here when it comes to wanting to act? Is there stuff that you're working on now,
Yes.
or is there anything particular? And also, is it abroad? Because acting here, I mean, isn't going to be
I
as
want
much.
to do it here.
Okay.
I want to do it here because I'm limited. So for the one thing I'm limited with is I can't act.
Travel.
Yeah.
To start with, your passport.
Which I'll be getting in a month, which is good. You know,
We're gonna have a party, a British party.
Oh man,
When
yeah.
you get yours, I'll bring my passport. We'll
And
put them
slap
down on the table.
everyone
We'll
with
slap
the
people with
passport,
them. We'll wear like, you know, the England shirts, like
Yeah,
proper like
yeah,
hooligan
I'm down,
England
I'm
football
down.
shirts. Yeah,
I want to get that black hat of those like what
Yeah,
do they
yeah,
call
yeah.
them? The so, okay.
the top hats.
Okay, the top hats.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay. Yes. Long live King Charles.
We'll shave our head. I'm still not used to saying that, bro.
Oh, I am.
I'm not gonna say it either. I don't care about any of them.
But I can't act intimacy.
You can't?
I can't do it. I can't
Okay.
do it. I can't do it.
What do you mean by that?
I
You
can't.
mean with a
I can't make
female?
out.
Or-
Yeah, I can't make out on screen and act like I love someone on screen.
I mean, you
just
say
can't
it
do
like you've tried. And it's
Well,
unfailed.
I got an audition to do it,
Okay.
and as soon as I walked into the casting room, and he's like, "Kiss her,"
Yeah.
and I thought she was part of the casting director's team, and I was like, "Kiss who?"
Was there a couch in the room?
No, it was literally standing up. I'm
It wasn't
holding
a casting
paper.
couch. It
and-
wasn't the wrong place to be.
No,
at the
no,
wrong
no,
time.
no. It was real. I was like, and it started. And he's like, "What's
Really?
wrong with you?" I said, "I can't kiss her. I don't know."
Did
her."
you go there knowing?
No, that's the
Yeah.
thing. They don't tell you. They don't tell you.
You didn't know it was a kissing scene or anything? there?
No, I had a completely different script.
So
Completely different script.
Really? You
Yes.
walked in, he was like, kiss her. You were like, astaghfirullah.
No, after like he met me. What's up? What's your
Yeah.
name? How are you? Yeah, thank you for coming. All of that. Right away, kiss her. And I was like, no, because everything started running in my head, the future, and I was like imagining my kids sitting down with my wife watching this movie or whatever. It's like, Mama, look at Baba. He's kissing. I don't know what.
Yeah.
And like for me, I never understood that. I never understood how you can go on screen.
Yeah, especially
Full
when you're
on
when
do
you're
all of
married
that.
as well, and you're just kissing in every other movie.
It's just not gonna work. How am I gonna go home to my wife,
Yeah.
you know, and do these kind of things? But this is the one thing I'm limited by, and the only market that doesn't do that
Is
is the Arab world. They don't do kissing.
So basically, you're saying she was ugly.
Well, she was. I'm not gonna say anything, but
It could have changed everything. If she was really pretty, that
Yeah,
would change your
no,
whole
no,
career.
no,
You would have
no.
been like, kiss her. You get the lip balm.
she
Yeah.
definitely was. But
No.
it's the whole thing how I was caught off guard, and
Yeah.
it kind of made me learn about myself. Like this is something I don't even want to learn
do it, yeah.
I don't want to do that.
It is crazy, dude, to think like, and they get proper intimate in some of those scenes.
Yeah.
And there's no need for it either.
Yeah,
Do you know what I mean? It's
yeah,
like
yeah, I know.
we don't really need to see this.
Yes.
You could very easily both get into the bed, pull the cover, and then switch to the next scene when it's done. Like,
or get like two married extras.
yeah, yeah.
You know, put him on the scene that's it's over.
I mean,
but,
that's a lot of work to find someone who looks exactly like you and someone who looks exactly
well,
like
I mean, it's
her.
under the sheets, right?
Yeah.
You just get into the sheet, and then whatever they do on the sheets, it's like whatever. But
Yeah, but you can be under the sheets playing tawla. Then no one will know what you're doing, bro.
yeah, it's like that. Or checkers, you know.
Same movements,
Yeah,
bro.
let's play chess.
Yeah, let's do it, yeah.
Yeah, it's true. This is what made me
Okay.
understand. And I think I want to be the first Arab English kind of actor here in this world. And I think I can do a great job. So the next step for me is I'm opening up a whole YouTube channel where I'm making like short movies,
Okay.
all written, and there's an actual filmmaker that I'm bringing in. He's my friend, and we're gonna do these things together, and then we're gonna see where it goes from there. Maybe we get some offers to be in some real shows or real movies, and it's a process. Obviously, it's a path.
I mean, if you're looking for any Arab English extras, I think I know a guy who can come in there and help you out.
I mean, I was gonna say the same thing to you, right?
Right?
You're the one with the studio here,
Right? No. We'll get a lot of stuff done.
Yeah.
So now it's all going to be Arabic, though.
No.
No?
I'm more.
Is there
that's the
English
thing.
stuff here happening?
Well, they're trying to transition into it. There's a lot of shows now that have a lot of English in them.
English Arabs or English?
Like, no, English Arabs is like as an actors, but there's a lot of English dialogue.
So you're talking about GCC. You're not talking about just
Yeah, GCC obviously.
Emirates. Okay.
Yeah, GCC obviously, and I can do in Arabic. I'm good with Arabic. If you give me a script and I go over it a few times, yeah, I'm good. I can't speak Arabic as a first language, but I could.
Wait, you don't speak Arabic?
I do, but I kind of
Okay.
forgot it after I moved to
Dude,
London.
that's like
man.
me, bro. I can read Arabic and write Arabic.
Yeah,
But tell me to write a sentence, it will take me about 25 minutes.
yeah,
I'll get it done.
yeah. Me too. Me
Like,
too.
yeah.
It just takes a long.
Even reading, like when I first came here and I was reading the signs, yeah. Like, do you know how many wrong turns I had to take till I learned? Like I'd have to start reading it way before it came. It's like, yeah, this one,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
turn. Like, do you know what I mean?
Exactly what I'm saying. It's like you kind of forget the language because
Yeah.
you didn't practice it.
Yeah, I'm the same. And forget about a script
Mm.
for me. You'd have to tell me, just say this. I tell them, just record it for me.
Yeah,
And
okay,
say
yeah,
it.
that's much easier.
Yeah, and
obviously, yeah.
I'll say it easily. I'll learn it and I'll do it. But for them to say, "Oh, I need you to feel like this," I'll be like, "Yeah, I know how it feels in English to say it, but I can't
I can do it in
transition it
Arabic.
because my words are like my Arabic is so mixed up. It's a little bit of Khaligi mixed with Lebanese, mixed with Egyptian, mixed
I
with
heard
this.
you. I heard
Yeah,
you.
so
man.
it, just depending on who I'm with. So I can't have a like when when I call, I'm speaking to like an organization, a government organization on the phone. I always speak English because if it's a serious conversation, they'll come out with some Arabic words that are very fusha and very like
You
proper
get lost.
words, and I don't know what the words are. But I can't stop the conversation and go, "What does that mean?" And then he
Yeah.
goes, "Table." Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like
yeah.
I can't. So I just pretend I know what they're saying.
But the worst part is, I don't know about you, but every time I press English, some Arabic guy
So
comes
still,
up. It's like,
and he's
okay,
still
well,
talking to
alright.
me. That's why I say AJ, because once they see my name, they just want me to talk Arabic. Like somebody once called me, and they were talking to me in Arabic, and I replied in English. Like they'd start, "Assalamu alaikum, Ahmed," and I'd be like, "Yeah, that's me speaking. Who is it?" And they'd continue in Arabic, and then I'd speak English, and then they'd continue in Arabic, and I speak English, and then towards the end, I was like, "So you don't recognize that I just want to speak English on this conversation?"
No, he didn't.
Like, do you know what I mean?
He's more comfortable speaking that language, and
Yeah.
you're more comfortable speaking that one.
Man, but that's how it was growing up with my mum. So that's why I can speak Arabic, because I'd speak to her in English, she'd reply in Arabic. So
you
that's
just
how
kinda
she
learned
taught
it.
us Arabic by
Okay.
going, "I'm not going to speak to you in English.
Yeah, okay, I got you.
You're going to learn Arabic.
I got you.
Otherwise, you're not going to get a reply from me at all."
My dad did the exact opposite of that. He would always force us to speak English in the house, and then
Yeah, but that's because
he
you
kind of
were
lost
here.
me. Yeah, but he lost me through that because
Yeah.
I started speaking to my brothers and my sister in English,
Yeah.
and he would get a bit like, okay, cool, but like, can we go back to there? I'm like, no, I'm too far into this
Yeah.
now. It's like 5 years later. No, I'm only comfortable speaking English to my siblings.
Really?
Yeah, we don't really speak in Arabic.
I think it's the same for me. We all speak in English.
Do you think in English? Because
I think
I only think in
I think in
English.
Portuguese.
Oh wow, okay, cool.
Yeah.
So you think in Portuguese?
So when I
speaking-
think, I'm
you
I'm dancing as I'm thinking, bro. No, I think English. This is a funny thing, bro. So I speak sign language as well. So I have two.
What can't you do, bro?
Not a lot. Not a lot. I'll tell you that. Two of my friends, Syrian brothers, Firaz and Wa'il, they're both deaf. Both of them, which is very weird to have two brothers that are deaf. Usually it's just one person in
I'm
the
talking
family.
about you.
My
You-
friends, yeah.
Okay. Oh, your friends. Okay.
Yeah, they're Syrian, so I learned sign language to talk to them and stuff. And I was sitting with them, and they were also raised in England. So they can kind of speak, but the words are a bit slurred or whatever. So we speak in sign and whatever. I was sitting with them once, and I was like, because they can speak, but they can't hear.
Yeah,
So they've
okay.
had vocal coaching, and they know the words, and they have a conversation, but it will be like, not clear. Like, and I was sitting with Faraz, and I was like, bro, when you think, do you hear a voice? Because when I think, I hear my voice, right? When you think, you hear a voice.
Damn, that's like a.
Like right now, you're thinking, right? So think about something.
I'm thinking in my own voice.
You're thinking in your own
Like,
voice,
like
right?
I'm talking to myself.
Right? So I said to him, do you hear a voice? And then he looked at me and he was like, I don't know.
What is he? Yeah.
Because they have hearing aids, so they can hear but they can't. Their hearing is very weird. So they can kind of hear, but not very much. But with the hearing aids, they can, right?
Yeah,
So,
I got you. But
So he knows the tone of his own voice,
okay.
right? So we were both trying to figure it out, and we didn't get to any.
You just wait. So I think you saw in one of my videos. I think
When
if a deaf person
sees
you
us yawning,
yawning,
do they think we're shouting? Yeah, that was
Yeah.
hilarious, bro.
Yeah, but is that true though? Like it's
I
a
have
real
to ask
question.
them,
It's
bro.
a real question.
I
I'd
have to
like to
ask them.
know. You know, like if you see,
Yeah.
what do you see?
Yeah.
Like what do you hear?
It's weird, right?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, I never thought of it like that.
Yeah.
but-
I remember when they moved in and they stayed. I was with my wife and she was like, "Oh, we have to, just be careful because they're in the other room and stuff." And they can't hear anything. Like even walking around the house, they're just playing computer, and it's fine. It's very strange.
It is
Very strange. How do you collaborate with other comedians? I saw you doing a lot of stuff with One Ho. Shout out to One Ho.
Yeah, shout out to one
Good friend of the podcast.
I was a big fan of him from a long time ago. You know, I watched also his movie called Succulent Bamboo or something like that. And he kind of just reached out. You know, he said, "Yo, what's up? Let's go for coffee." And I was like, "Oh my God, no way!" You know, he was the first person I didn't know that I met here in Dubai, and we just sat there and had coffee and we connected, and there was a lot of similar things. And he's been in industry for so long, almost 2 decades. So he's been doing this, you know, especially comedy. And I just kind of respected the guy for how he approached everything with me. And he heard my story with TikTok and everything. And he just gave me advice. And the way he was handling things is in a completely professional manner that I was like, okay, feed me some more. I want to learn more. So, yeah, we just kind of decided, hey, let's get together sometime, see what we can do. You know, we did a few as a test to see what's up. They happened so fast. We were so quick because it's already there. A lot of them were one takes. So now I'm like, okay, cool. Then we sat down after that in a cafe under his house, and he's like, yo, let's do something. Let's create more stuff, like something real, you know. So that's what we're kind of working on right now. We're kind of working to see what we can do together, because he has connects, man.
Yeah.
He knows everybody. Everybody knows him, and he knows everyone. So we're gonna use that, hoping to use that, you know, to benefit both of us. And I think we're a very good combination.
Yeah.
You know, he had a thing. He said Suri Kuri.
Yeah.
I like that. And I was like, okay, yeah, let's roll with that one. From other people I've collaborated with, this is just normal content creators that I've met in my life personally. Like they're my friends, you know, like Abdo, Shihab and Noor. You know, I just knew these people way before. But I haven't really collaborated with anyone else. It seems like an industry is here. You can't do it your way, and they want to do it their way. And their input is just like, okay, I know this input's not gonna work. I know how my style works, and you have a different style. So if we can't come together, meet halfway, we can't get this done. And then if I don't connect with the person on a personal level, I just don't want to work with him or her, because a lot of them really show off, man. A lot of them think that they're the shit.
Yeah.
Like I made it and stuff. Like where's the humbleness in you, you know?
Yeah.
Like when I had how much ever I had, 5 million on TikTok, I was always still humble. I was down to collaborate with people who had 100K, 20K, 30. I didn't care. It's not something I really care about. Look at, it's art at the end of the day, you know. So I haven't
And
really
you were always
gone to
there.
that.
You were at 30K once. You were at 20K once.
Yeah, you know, and I was like amazed by it. And I was very happy, you know, and I still remember that happiness. So if I can't connect personally with them, so I always meet with them before making any videos. That's what happened with One Ho and a lot of the other people I collaborate. We meet first, we talk, we see how everything is, and then from there, if we can move forward, then we shall. If we can't, I just kind of say no.
It's very weird out here because I find that a lot of these people, there's not a community vibe here. And that's the very strange thing about Dubai. Because on one side, there's a huge community vibe. And on the other side, everyone wants to hold their own things. They're scared that if they bring another comedian on board, they're going to lose some. It's very kind of like, I want to hold my last piece of bread kind of vibe, where it shouldn't be like that. It's totally the opposite. Everybody should be jumping on everybody's stuff. We should all be lifting each other up. Yes. We should all be jumping on each other's stuff. I mean, I had the same thing with... I'll send you the video I was going to post today, just about other podcasts here. This is the worst community for podcasts that I know.
Really?
Yeah, dude. America You won't see a podcaster not jumping on another podcast. They're
That
all
is right.
jumping
Yeah, I
on
always
each
see
other's.
that. Yeah.
Rogan, you got Theo Vaughn on there. You got Bobby Lee on there. You got Bobby Lee hasn't done it yet, but he will. You got Andrew Schultz on there. They all got
Friedman
podcasts.
was on there too.
Friedman, but they're all jumping on each other because they
Yeah.
know the community together. All that's going to happen is you're going to share fans and people are going to start doing it.
Yeah.
Here,
No.
they just want to protect, and I just don't understand it. It's something that I really want to work on and build a community out here and try and get them together and just be like, guys, we're doing this all the wrong way.
Definitely.
We're doing this all the wrong way. Like, I'm the kind of person that one day I'll have someone with 10 million followers on my show, or a very big celebrity actor, and the next episode will be someone with 1,000 followers but is super interesting or has an amazing story or is doing something really cool in the community. Do you know what I mean? It's not about just trying to get the benefit. Like, you can help other people too.
Yeah, of course.
That's the end game of my podcast that I want 5 to 10 years from now, is that anyone I bring on here is going to get known.
Okay.
So it's for other people. It's not for me. Like, I don't care about being famous, but I want to get it to the point that if you have 1,000 followers and you come on my podcast, you're leaving the next day with 20,000 followers. And that is really cool for people because there's so many interesting people in this country
100%.
that are doing a lot of cool stuff in this country, that are doing a lot of stuff for the community, that are doing a lot of stuff, even on social media, and they're just not getting the recognition because of these weird Instagram algorithms that are happening, and
For real.
and that stuff that they should be getting more. And then you get someone who's literally just in a bikini and is
Yeah, that's a different thing, man. That thing kind of I don't know what to say
getting
about
so
that.
much attention.
Yeah, it's the worst part is, like, most of the attention comes from thirsty men.
It's crazy.
It's like, okay, you're thirsty for that, and you're not thirsty for, like, knowledge.
That's
and
what I mean.
education
It's
and,
crazy.
Like, entertainment, all of the other stuff. You know who has a very good community here? The YouTubers.
Yeah,
Yeah, I've never seen something like that.
really.
Yeah, and I was really amazed by them. They all jump on each other's videos. They call each other up like, "Hey, I want
You
you
mean
on
like
the video."
Kindi and Mo Vlogs and all of these guys, or
I don't think Indy's a proper YouTuber. I think he's
Yeah.
more of an Instagram.
Yeah.
But you've got Ghaith Marwan, Usama Marwa, Barhoum. It's Barhoum, and a bunch of them. They all come together all the time. They chill. Ahmed Nasheed, he's Nasheed. He's amazing. So they just kind of like get each other on the videos, and
that's how it's supposed to be, bro.
I remember one of them, Carolina. I think Carolina's page went down, and they all
And they
jumped.
opened up another.
She opened up another account. They all jumped to help her. Everyone was helping her. There's one person I really love. His name is Abu Rob.
Okay.
He's in Jordan. They're two brothers,
Yeah.
but there's the main brother, the older one. He's amazing, man. His content's amazing. Like as I said, they all know each other. They all invite each other over, even if they're not filming. They're chilling with each other. They're friends, and that's the
That's
community,
the
I was
community
really
we
into.
need here in the podcasting industry, because honestly, they're not looking out for each other.
No,
They're really not. And there's a lot of fakeness on social media as well. Like, I get pretty much 10 to 15 people a day messaging me to come on the show.
Okay.
Easily. And I was
I feel
laughing.
so special.
I was
That's what I
laughing.
say.
Yeah, that's it, man. It's my honor to have you on, to be honest.
Maybe.
I was laughing because somebody messaged me and they were like, "Oh, I'm such a big fan of the podcast and blah blah blah." And I start to see these things coming now. So before I even get to the bottom, I know it's going to switch into, I want to come on, or I'll be a great guest and blah blah
Yeah.
blah. And then I just went back to my notifications and I looked at the, you get followers. 1,000 people followed you today, 100 people followed you today, and I just clicked it.
Mm-hmm.
Second on the list. So you obviously followed me 10 minutes ago.
Yeah.
You can't have been that big of a fan of the podcast.
Yeah.
Like, why lie? Like, I don't understand that. Just tell the truth. Hey, listen, I saw your show. I reckon I'd love to get on it. Don't be
that's
like,
way better.
I've been watching it and I'm this and I'm a fan and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, you only followed me 10 minutes ago, dude. Are you kidding here? Like, you don't need to do that. Just be genuine and just be like, hey, look, if there's any chance, I'd love to do it. And most of the time I'd be like, yeah, cool. Well, I'll look at your profile.
That's way better.
It's weird.
Way
It's
better.
a very kind of fake environment where
I do get what you're saying. I get that a lot too. Like a lot. Like, oh, I love your content. You're so funny and all of that. And it's like, okay, bro. Some of them you're not even following.
Exactly.
Like,
yeah, some of them are not even
what are
following.
you talking about, man?
That's the thing. I've clicked on people before, and I'm like, but you're not following me. You can't be that
Yeah.
much of a fan.
Zero chances you're gonna get
Yeah,
on
yeah.
like zero chances.
And it's just because of that lack of truth and humbleness.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Of course.
Like I would much rather go, if somebody like messaged me and said, use this now, people are going to use it. But if somebody messaged me and said, I literally just found out about your show 2 minutes ago, but I want to come on. I think it's great or whatever.
There's better chances for that person.
There's a better chance for that person who was just honest straight up
For sure.
than the person who's not following and saying that they're a big fan.
It's a fake. It is a fake world, and Instagram and all these social media apps, they really bring out and put them right in front of you. And say, okay, I'm
Yeah.
fake. Hi, there's a lot of fake people, and you can see it right there,
Yeah.
right off the bat.
And dude, people like one person that wanted to come on the show, I don't want to bait them up too much. They approached me to come on the show. They had 120,000 followers. A week later, they were on 1 million followers.
Wow, that's crazy, man.
Bro,
It
it's
must
not
be-
real at all.
It must be bought.
You can't go,
Must.
dude, you can't go
Be
from
bought.
100,000 on Instagram
Yeah.
of all platforms. TikTok, I can kind of understand.
okay.
Something happened. You had a couple of viral videos, but like on Instagram,
They weren't purchased, bro.
bro. And not just that, you got 1 million followers and 4 comments on your posts. It's just like
132 likes.
yeah, and and they're celebrating their 1 million follower thing, like doing the whole cake and
So
stuff. And
fake,
I'm just
bro.
like, just stop
So
doing
fake.
it. Like, don't, yeah.
That happened. I think about a month ago. Some guy invited us over to his 1 million party.
Mm.
And I was checking his Instagram. He's like, he invited us 2 weeks before the party started, and
Yeah.
I was looking on his Instagram. I'm like, you're at like 700K right now. Like, how do you know you're gonna get to
Yeah.
1 million by that time?
But
He
this
did.
is Instagram, bro.
Yeah, and he did. He
that's
got to
that's the
1
thing that they don't understand. If you're gonna fake it with TikTok, but don't do it with it. Do you know how hard it is to get followers
So
on
hard,
Instagram?
bro. So hard.
Like, I'll do some wicked episodes, bro, and then I'll get like 3 followers from it. Like,
Yeah,
do you know what I mean?
100%. 100%.
Like-
My analytics literally showed me reaching about 25 million accounts
Yeah.
in a month, and I got like 50K. If I did on TikTok, if I reach 25 million
Yeah, yeah.
accounts, I will have 15 million
Yeah,
followers.
that's what I'm saying.
It's a completely different game, and all the brands and all the people now they know this. They
course.
know this trick. So
Bro, not just that. There's websites that they can put your name in, and it
And
will tell
check.
them your engagement rate
yeah,
and all that stuff. So if you got like 1 million followers and a 0.1% engagement rate, they know, bro.
yeah,
Like, do you know that like something like 3% or 6% is really good?
yeah.
Like, that's how low the percentages are.
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
do you
for
know what I
sure,
mean?
yeah.
Like, if you get that kind of percentage, a brand sees it and you got 3%, that's really good. Do you know what I mean? Some of these
Yeah.
people will have 0.2. But anyway, I'm not hating about them. Can you share any advice for comedians who are looking to make a living out of social media, make their mark on social media?
As I said, man,
Be
like-
funny first.
Yeah, I mean, if you're not funny, find
Yeah,
something
yeah,
else
yeah.
to do. Right? Don't push it. Don't try to be funny. It's
Yeah.
just if you're not funny, you're not funny. But I knew I was funny at a very young age, of course, from my friends and people I'm around. And you see people a lot of. If I'm a 13, 14-year-old kid who's making like 3 grades, 4 grades above me, 18-year-old laugh,
Yeah.
then I knew I was funny, right? So if you're not funny, don't try to be. Find something you're good at and just go with this, because you're good at something. You must be good at something. You can't be good at nothing. Another thing is, the only thing that I always say, man, is consistency is key. Consistency is key. If you're trying to do this for 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, or whatever, you have a time limit, and you're saying to yourself, okay, I gotta make it in this time. Or when you make some videos and you don't see them going, and you start giving up, and you say, this is not how it goes. The whole point is to fight, to show the algorithm I'm
For
loyal.
sure. Yeah.
I'm loyal, and videos never die. They'll go back. They'll go down. Once you go viral on 1 or 2 of them,
People will go back and look. Yeah.
they want to see all the other stuff. So consistency is definitely key for whatever comedy or whatever content you want to make. Be consistent, and if you want to do it. Don't say I'm gonna do it for just this time. It's not gonna work.
do it. Yeah, I mean, I had this conversation in the beginning with my brother. So my brother was like, bro, how come your subscribers are so low? Like, Joe Rogan's on whatever million. And I was like, bro, how many episodes does Joe Rogan have? What episode number is he on? And he's like 1,300 and blah, blah, blah. I was like, okay, at 1 episode a week, that's 8 years.
Damn.
8 years he's
Whoa,
been
wait.
doing it, bro.
Quick maths.
Quick maths, yeah. Like, that's 8 years. I've been doing it 3 months, bro. Give me a break, bro.
yeah.
I'm on episode 12, like 13. Do you know what I mean? Like, people, like, when I started this podcast, it was never I'm going to be famous or I'm going to have the best podcast in a year. This was a 5-10 year plan.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
I think you're
it's
doing
not-
great, man.
Alhamdulillah,
I've
I'm
seen
trying,
your
bro.
stuff,
I'm
man.
trying,
No, you're
man.
doing great. I mean, how many months did you say you've been on?
Now it's been 2 years, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, okay, you're doing amazing,
Yeah.
bro. You're doing
Bro,
amazing.
I'm just trying to do it from the goodness of my heart and for the love of it.
Mhm.
And when it happens, it happens. And if it happens, it happens. And, you know,
I think it's
if it
gonna
stays
happen.
like this, I'm happy. Do you know what I mean? The quality of people I can get in the conversations that I'm having and being able to, like, the most beautiful thing about it is not only am I speaking to incredible people, when this day and age do you get to sit down with someone, a stranger, and talk to them for an hour and a half?
No.
No other interruptions, no other people. You don't get to have that kind of conversation with people anymore. It's usually
That's so true.
3-4 minutes and then you're moving on, or the other people are coming in, you're moving on to the next conversation. But when do you have a proper, you can learn a lot about someone
That's
in
so
that
true.
time, right? And that doesn't happen. We don't have the opportunities to do that. And on top of that, I'm doing it with incredible people.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So I'm literally learning every single time I'm talking to someone.
That's a very nice way to think about it, man.
Yeah.
It is like that. Yeah. I'm thinking now. When was the last time I actually sat with
When was the
someone
last time
and
you had an hour's conversation,
talked like?
completely you and them?
Yeah. Even when we met at the event, we we would talk and then
Yeah.
separate and then talk and separate.
Coming
It was
back to each other and
yeah,
talking
it
and
was
moving.
never actually sit
Yeah, yeah.
down and talk for a long time.
It doesn't happen.
No.
Whether it be work, whether it be other people, whether it be things you have to do, whether, you know,
Distractions.
distractions. It doesn't
everywhere.
happen.
Even when I'm on a date, I get very distracted. So I'm thinking maybe that a date is the one
You should
thing.
do a podcast for dates now. Just sit down with them and be like, hey, come to my studio. We'll have a date.
Romantique.
But, you know, it doesn't happen. And we've got to be very grateful for the fact that what we do kind of thing,
Mm.
the fact that we're able to do that.
Yeah,
not
I
easy.
feel very good doing this myself, man. I think I'm gonna leave here
And start a
with a lot
podcast.
of insights. No, I don't think I can battle with this. What you got over here, man? It's amazing what you've
Bro,
done.
you know,
It's amazing.
you've got the character that if you did it in a bathroom, it would be fine.
Okay.
It's true, bro. Like,
Okay. Let
people,
me write it in my notes.
yeah,
do it in the
right?
bathroom.
Do it in the bathroom. I've been doing it in the bathroom since I was 16. Nothing happened. No, but like, people, it's not easy to do what we do, to engage with people and stuff. People think it's easy.
No.
It's not easy, bro.
No, it's not.
Like, I did the same with my brother again when I first started the podcast. I was like, you think it's easy, huh? Okay, cool. Let's do an episode. But you're going to host the episode. I still have that episode till today.
He flunked
It's
it.
never
didn't
it's never been aired.
he flunked it, huh?
He just didn't know, bro. Like, he had a really strong intro and first question. And then after that, he just didn't know. He didn't know how to hold the conversation. He didn't know where to go up, where to go down, to see that the guest is bored of that kind of thing. Let's move on. It's not easy.
It's
bro.
an art, man. It's a different type of art.
Mm.
It's really an art. It's just like when some people come to you, like, why don't you do stand-up comedy? But I can't.
Stand-up comedy takes years,
It's an art.
bro.
It's a completely different art, you know. And this is an art.
Yeah.
You're keeping me going here, and I'm chilling here. I'm enjoying myself, you know.
That's it, bro.
It's very hard to do that, especially. I'm not saying like it's
Yeah.
very hard to keep me in one place
At the same time.
for a
right?
long time.
Yeah.
Very hard.
So to bring me to my next question, why don't you do stand-up comedy, bro?
I did try it once. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah?
I did try it once. It was a 5-minute segment.
5 minutes, that feels like a year, right?
Bro, oh my god, man, I had my jokes ready. I had written them on my hand, so in case, like, you know, I forget. And I went up there, and I swear to God, man, my first sentence, I wouldn't know. I wouldn't keep my sentences together. I was all over the place, and the audience, I didn't understand. There's this whole art of understanding the audience, right? Like when they react, when they start laughing, you gotta chill. At one point, they laughed, and I started talking right after they laughed. I was like, okay, no, you gotta give them a break. But it's very hard.
It's strange when you're in the light, right? The spotlight, because think about how much stand-up comedy you do anyway in real life.
a lot, but
Right?
without that,
Without
yeah.
it being labeled as I'm gonna come on the stage now
Yeah.
and tell you some jokes. But we're the kind of characters, like when we were talking the other day when we first met, we were sitting there cracking up laughing.
It's like I knew who you were, but for a
basically
long
doing
time.
stand up,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
back and forth improv with each
Yeah.
other. It's easy. But the second you say, okay, now you have to do this, here's the crowd, silence, you step out onto the stage, and then you're like,
It's
oh, this
very
isn't
hard.
easy, bro.
No.
This is the cage, bro. It's like
Yeah.
it's like fighting. It's not.
I just wanted to get off.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
really wanted to like, okay, I need to finish strong and get the hell out of the stage, you know. I don't have stage fright. I've been on stages before dancing, and I used to be in a dance class and all that, but this specific moment, I was just like, this is not for me. I like improvisation, you know. I like to and I like to keep
Yeah, yeah.
repeating. So that's why I like the camera and me, because I'll keep saying it until I get it right
you
the
get
way
that.
I want to get it. But doing it from the first time, all of that, it's a completely different art, and it takes a lot of training to do that.
Mm.
A lot of training.
Do you get a lot of feedback from your followers and the people that engage with your stuff? Of have you ever had someone say something and you're like, that's quite interesting actually, let me try doing it this way, or let me.
Yeah, I mean, I would get some comments that I take into account, of course, for sure, definitely. There's some people who really like try to help, or some comments that help me with when I first started. There's a lot of background noise. You should get a lapel mic.
Mm.
I was like, whoa, man, I still use it till this day. There's a lot of stuff that really they're trying to help me improve my content. And yes, of course, I take everything into account. But when there's some things that are just, they're not important. Or like, oh, you should have said this, like, no,
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
what I said.
I think
was
what I said is
better,
good.
yeah.
I think my 25 million followers think,
Yeah.
speak for themselves that
Yeah.
I'm doing the right thing and
Yeah.
saying the right thing.
Exactly, yeah. But definitely always take feedback, always.
Yeah.
If it's good, I'll take it.
Have you ever thought of taking it on the road?
What do you mean?
Like, not as a stand-up comedy, but more of a show. So having your sketches.
I never thought of that, but now I'm gonna start thinking
10%.
about it.
10%.
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah. So like, growing
That's
up,
sick.
we had the masrahiyya, the Egyptian masrahiyya, these kind of things, which is very similar to kind of what
Yeah,
you do.
yeah,
So
yeah.
you'd get your characters, you'd get your thingies, and you'd do the show. It's not necessarily stand-up, but it's
No, I got you.
Yeah.
It's like some semi-theater.
yeah.
I would love to do that, man. But you need a team.
I mean, yeah, you need a team, but
Yeah.
it can be done.
Of course. I would love to do that.
So Paramount Hotel,
Yeah?
the cinema room there.
Yeah.
I did an episode live there once.
What?
I had an episode of the podcast. I had May, May's Vault.
Of course.
Yeah, so me and May, we had her there, and she had sold tickets for her followers, and they came and they watched the episode live.
Wait, when was that?
A year back, were you there?
No, but I remember I was on her stories. I was seeing it.
Yeah.
And she was selling those tickets, yeah.
Yeah. So she was
With
selling
her
the
mom
merch.
too? Was her mom there?
No.
Okay.
This was before that.
Okay.
So that's a place you could do it. You literally tell your followers, you make some merch, make some t-shirts, and say, hey, listen, this is your ticket, buy the t-shirt,
That's
Cool,
sick,
by the
man.
way.
That's a sick idea.
and I'm gonna do
See,
my
that-
sketches
that's
live.
what I'm saying, man. Like
10%, bro. It's
I need
10%. It's not a lot, bro.
I just need another guy
Yeah.
with me in my team, just like handling that part while I focus on the creative part,
I think it would be dope,
It would be.
especially if you do like an hour.
Oh, easily. I could
Easily.
easily do an hour as a show.
Yeah.
Easily. No problem.
And you could even have other creators join you and do things,
like guest appearances.
guest appearances, sketches together. Like Wanho, you could do some sketches together. He could then take over and do a sketch or two of himself while you get changed into your other uniform.
One, did you hear that, bro?
Yeah,
We
let's do
gotta
it.
talk about that when I
Yeah,
see
yeah.
you, bro. Yeah.
Get a monologue going, bro.
For sure. No, that's actually a great idea. I'm gonna start thinking about that. That's a nice way to start.
It's a nice way to
Kickstart,
start
to start
going
the
into
career, yeah.
Yeah. It's 10%, bro. It's not.
I got you.
It's
One,
not
he
enough.
wants 10%. Though, yeah. I'm okay with it.
No, it's 20%. If there's two of you, I'll take a 10% for both of you, bro.
20%,
Yeah,
bro.
20%.
Yo, I really don't mind, man. That idea, enough is enough.
No. But I think that's a nice kind of stepping thing for you to do. And again, places like that, they'll accommodate for free.
For sure,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. I know the people. 100% they'll let you do it free.
Okay, so you know the people.
Yeah.
Okay, and then you
I
really
know-
do get your 10%.
I know a
now.
guy.
You get your
No.
10%.
If you wanted to do it, I could easily make a call and say, look, I'll send them your socials. I'll be like, he wants to do a night in the place, and they'll put 50 seats in there for you, and the cinema lazy boy seats, and then
Yeah,
just
yeah.
enjoy it, bro, and just have a little. Maybe you can do it next week for your 1 million Instagram followers party. Celebrate the party. No, but something like that I think will be really dope.
That's a great idea, man. Thank you, Jabs.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Anytime,
It's
bro.
a lovely, lovely, lovely idea.
Yeah,
I'm gonna start really thinking about it, cooking it in my head.
I'm going to host the show, bro. Don't worry. I'm getting in there, bro.
I'm down.
Yeah. What
Yeah.
else have you got cooking now?
I got a company.
Okay.
A startup that's launching about next month. It's separate from the art world, you know.
You want to elaborate or are you just going to let me guess now?
I can say a bit about it because
Okay.
once it launches, then it's like a surprise.
Can I get 10%?
If you do contribute something, yeah, for sure, man, you got it. It has to do with automated crypto investing in NFTs.
I'm out. I'm out.
Why? It looks like crypto has done you bad.
Look, my wallet,
Mm,
I mean, apart from the 3 Bored Apes, I've got a bunch of NFTs in there that are worth nothing.
Yeah.
Like literally nothing. The hype was great in the beginning. It was going to be amazing.
But why do you think that, though? I
Huh?
want to know. Why do you think they're worth nothing?
They lied to me. That's why.
Uh-huh.
No. I think they might be in the future. And the worst part of that is that I have no Bored Apes. I just said that to make myself feel better
like you
about
got
myself.
Bored
Yeah,
Apes.
yeah. There's no Bored
Yeah.
Ape Yacht Clubs in there at all.
Well, my company's the company I'm working with, my business partner. It's not just like NFTs, you know, and that's
Okay.
the whole title about
But
it.
do they have NFTs with it?
It is an NFT.
It is an
It's
NFT.
basically a key to
Okay.
access an AI
Okay.
that has automated crypto investing for you. So
Okay.
you don't have to worry about crypto investing ever. You know, there's day-to-day traders and stuff like that. This is a key. It's like your key into it. And it's really, really Khaligi themed.
Okay.
So even like it has license plate numbers and it has falcons. And
How many NFTs is it? The collection?
well, the whole collection, we're aiming for 10,000, but we're not starting with that. We're starting with about 1,000, and then we're going to slowly like, you know.
How many are we giving away on the show and how many do I get?
Okay, we got to discuss that. I got to talk to my business partner. I can't make decisions by myself here, man. He's got 50%.
Like putting people on the spot. He's got 50%
Yeah.
and you've got 40.
Why? Because I'm giving you
10%,
10%. I get. It looks like I'm
There's
just
like a theme that's going on here.
Yeah, but no, it's definitely it's basically bringing this digital asset world into the physical one.
Okay.
So that's the whole thing, and we're trying to get regulated by VARA here in the MCC.
Nice.
So it's real. It's a real thing. It's not gonna be just a hit and run or.
Do you think this is the right time to do it?
Yes, the recession is coming, man. The
Yeah.
recession is coming. Bitcoin is up. Gold is up. Gold is an all-time high. The recession is coming, and what I know is going to happen is that the dollar is going to fall.
Yeah, the dollar's going to fall after what's
And once
happening
the
now with
dollar
China
falls,
and
exactly.
Saudi. That's it. The dollar's going.
What do you think is going to happen after the dollar falls? People who have dollars are already
Caracas can
trying
get
to.
more expensive. That's what's going to happen. You're going to make
But-
Caracas 2 dirhams now, bro.
Yeah, double
yeah,
the price.
It's going to
man.
mess everything up.
Yeah, but that's what's going to happen, and the world is changing, man. The
Yeah.
world's becoming more digital now.
Yeah.
And the whole aim of this also, there's like 3 parts to this company, which is one is connect, earn, and live. The last part, we can't say much about it, but it's gonna be something like you can go shopping.
Yeah.
With that money.
Okay, just tell me between you and me now.
Okay. You can start Apple Paying. It's called Phi Pay. So the company is called Khaligi
This
Phi.
is not, this is not between you
And
me,
it's
right?
fine. I'm just gonna do it anyway. It's called Phi Pay.
Okay,
It's something to make your shopping experience easier.
nice.
To bring it into, so basically we're bringing that digital world into the physical one.
What's the time frame that you think that you're doing it in?
The whole thing, about a year and a half. But we're starting next month, and then we're slowly every month we're gonna get more buyers, and then we're gonna launch the whole AI earn aspect of it about Q4 of this year.
And what about like production of the development?
What do you mean?
Developing the AI itself, or did you
We have a
did you
guy.
literally go on ChatGTP and go,
Oh no!
hey ChatGTP, write me a crypto code that I can use of you?
I think you could do that now.
Bro, you
but
probably could, bro.
Yeah, I know,
Yeah.
yeah. But no, we have a guy that worked in JP Morgan, Bevan Howard. And
Wow.
he's some genius. that
Okay.
We're like, yo, we're caging you. And
Nice.
We'll give you this much and that much and this much. And he wants to come in as a founder as well. So we're thinking about that. But he's really smart. He's like a 24-year-old kid that finished Oxford at like 21.
Like me.
Yeah. But that was his master's.
Yeah. Like
Yeah.
me.
Oh, sick. Sick. You deserve 10%. I'm giving you 10%.
Not in Oxford, in Brunel, but still.
But yeah, no, he's really smart. He built an AI off of his experience
Really?
with like big hedge funds. Yeah.
That's crazy. Do you feel like there's anything that we've missed?
No, man. We talked about a lot of
Really?
things and everything. Yeah. Is there anything we missed? Because it looks like it's a trick question. Is that a trick question?
No.
It's just a normal one.
Is it?
You're always tricking me, man.
Tell me, tell me something that you haven't told anyone.
Oh man, what, like sad? Something sad, man?
No, it's not that podcast. That's another one.
Okay, cool.
But yeah, you can do. Tell me something.
I don't know, man. I haven't
Because
told you.
by you said sad, that means you have something in mind.
That's the only thing I ever have, you know.
Yeah.
But I don't think I'm a very positive guy. Like,
Yeah.
very positive, you know. That's the only thing I really appreciate about myself. I'm always positive. I'm always looking at where the grass is greener.
Yeah.
But
just for the TikTok clip, tell me something like. No. I mean, you can say something sad, but then use the positive of how you.
I'll tell you
How
one
you
thing.
feel.
I'll tell you one thing. I'll tell you about a quote that I heard.
Okay.
Okay, and I heard that quote at a time that was very bad for me. Probably the darkest time I've ever been. It was in London, you know, especially you're working a lot, 16-hour days, and you're lonely.
What was her name?
Oh, no. Never a girl, man. Never a girl.
Okay.
I heard a quote that said, it was on Instagram, and it said, in your darkest moments, when you feel like you've been buried, you've actually been planted.
Planted, yeah.
Yeah. I heard that,
Yeah.
and I swear, man, it just changed me.
Yeah.
It changed me from the next day. So that's the only thing I could tell you is that I've been there.
Yeah.
I've gone into the darkness road, and I came out of it. It's not like, oh, it's all happy comedy and everything. We all go through a lot of shit, and I've been through a lot of shit.
Is there any time that you've been in a place that you didn't think you could ever come out of?
That was that time.
That was that time.
That was that time. Yeah, it was very bad, man. It was like a lot of shit happening at the same time, you know.
Yeah.
Like a passing away of my mom, and me being away from the family. Something happened with my best friends, and you know, a lot of things were happening at the same time, and you just kind of sit there like, why me? What's happening? And then I heard that quote, and I was like, oh.
When you're lucky you saw yourself as a seed like a tree and not a potato, otherwise that whole quote would have been you would have just stayed underground.
You gotta dig me out.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, like no, all I'm trying to give out to the world is to say, like, no one's ever 100%. There's always the ups and downs. It's real. It's real.
I mean, that's the beauty about life, right? That I said to my friend the other day. I was like, listen, no matter how good you got it, like God has given you life in a test in a way that no matter how good, if you were raised with billions and blah, 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 everything was perfect, you're going to lose a parent. You're going to lose, some people lose kids, some people lose friends. Like there's always going to be, there's that one common denominator.
Yeah.
That everyone's going to go through.
Yeah.
No matter what, no matter how good you got it, no matter how beautiful you think your life is, it's unescapable.
Yeah, for sure.
So it's like everyone's gonna go through it, man.
Yeah, and I hate when someone else says, "You don't understand what I'm going through."
Yeah.
It's like, no, man.
Yeah.
Trust me, I probably understand it more.
Yeah.
It's just like we've all been through shit.
I saw something, and this is the thing. When some people are moaning at me, I'm like, if you only knew what some people have been through.
Yeah.
In this world, and what some people have been through as children. Forget about them being adults who know how to deal with things.
Fucked up, man.
As 4, 5, 6-year-olds, whatever. I saw a clip today about a boxer. He was talking about his life and stuff like that. And he was like, he was at 5 years old, he was in a car crash. His whole family passed away. Sisters, brothers, dads. His uncle took him, because there was no one to look after him, took him to an abandoned house, left him there, and bounced.
Damn.
And this kid had to feed himself, survive.
Yeah.
Literally, by himself.
That's crazy, man.
And now he's like a big boxer. But it's just like, whatever you think you've been through, there's always worse. There's always worse. And not just worse, much worse.
Yeah.
So be grateful for everything, bro. Because, like, okay, so...
What's up?
Let's look at it like this. People don't understand the value of their life.
Yeah.
Yeah. They want to have £1 million. They want to have if I told you today, right now, I'll give you £8 million right now, but you don't wake up tomorrow.
Fuck that. I don't want it.
So already, just at that small number, your life is already worth £8 million to you.
Way more.
That's what I'm saying.
No amount of money.
So can you
Priceless.
imagine? So that's what I'm saying. Like, people don't realize that even if someone came and said to them, here is £1 billion, but tomorrow you're not waking up, 99.999% of people would say no.
Yeah. No one would take that money.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So your life is worth billions. Act like it when you wake up.
It's priceless. Life's priceless.
Crazy, huh?
Yeah, that's crazy. I wouldn't. Yeah, there's no amount of money I would take if I can't wake up tomorrow.
Clip that TikTok, good one, viral. No. Do you know what I mean? But it's like, it's crazy, bro. I don't think people realize it. They don't think about it enough.
Man, you got people out here worrying about not getting enough likes on a video, bro.
Bro, it's crazy.
Like they're crying, getting depressed about why like their page is dying and things like that.
Life is so beautiful, bro.
Yeah.
Like, no matter what I'm going through, and I've been through stuff, and you know, there's always issues and financial issues that people go through and stuff. I always just think, like, when I wake up in the morning, I'm like, well, here's another go.
Yeah.
Like, I made it.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people didn't.
True. That's true.
Like, and if you Google how many people didn't wake up today, I know this is getting depressing, guys, but you know, it's nice. We've done the fun part now. Now we're talking serious, right? If you Google how many people died this morning, if you looked at the number, you'd be so surprised. It'll be in the multi-millions.
Yeah, I think more. I think you'd get about 1 billion.
Like, literally,
Yeah,
1 billion people didn't wake up today.
it's crazy, bro.
They didn't wake up today.
That's crazy, bro.
Whether they fell asleep and didn't wake up, whatever
They
happened.
what?
Yeah.
So that's like your impression of someone
exactly.
dying, right?
You know, or whatever it was, that many people didn't wake up today, and you're moaning about your iPhone being slow or your Wi-Fi,
Not having enough
like,
battery.
do you know what I mean?
Yeah, man.
And on top of that, the same amount of people were born today, given life, this whole journey.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Be grateful, people. You guys are moaning about the weirdest shit, dude. Honestly,
For sure.
like, I see some people moaning about stuff, and then I'm just like, okay, yeah, I can't hang around you anymore. Like, sometimes when I see people moan, I'm just like, yeah, you really haven't figured out life at all.
Yeah, and you're not gonna be the one who's gonna.
Yeah, and I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna be the
you
one
need,
who's gonna
you need
do
life
that.
to teach them
Yeah,
their
yeah,
lessons. Yeah, for sure, man. You can't whine. You can't. It's just the negativity thing. You just can't be negative. And for me, you can't be negative around me. You
don't have time. And this is why, you know, when people say to me, like, because I'm a clown, like, as far as I'm concerned.
Oh yeah, you
like,
think?
No, bro,
we're literally a circus right here.
Yeah. No, but I'm like, I literally go out of my way, no matter how stressed I am, to make people laugh, to make them just whenever because life is so hard that if for the 5 minutes they're with me, they've completely forgotten about their issues and their pain and their suffering or whatever, however big it might be. I know that when you're with me, you're forgetting about it. I'm always joking 24/7, making jokes, even if I'm feeling like shit. But just, that's my goal, just to make sure that time, and that's enough for me.
This is the same thing in both of us.
Yeah.
This is, I think, why we connected so much. Because we both have that thing. This is why I do through my videos too.
Should we hug?
I think you're so much Suria Albadi. They call it like Suria Albadi. بسرعة. You come up with the things, but this is definitely something I also do myself.
No,
man.
for sure. That's why you recognize those people, right?
Yeah.
Real recognize real. Let's put it on a t-shirt, right? No, but you recognize those people because you can see.
Yeah.
You'd be like, okay, I know where he's coming from, and I know what he's about.
Yeah.
And you can judge that very quick by meeting someone.
For sure, man. For sure. I think, as I said, like, that's why I was really like, I was really down to be in your energy field. You know?
Yeah.
It's that energy that you give out. I was like, okay, that's what I'm down for. I'm down for that kind of energy always.
Yeah, we definitely need to hug.
Okay. Well,
should we do it on set now?
I don't mind.
Let's just hold hands for a little bit, bro. Just hold hands.
I got you.
Yeah, guys, it's been an amazing episode. I just want to thank you for coming down.
Are we just going to keep holding hands to the end?
Give me a foot as well, bro. Just give me a
no, I'll give you the other hand.
So there's nothing else that we forgot, right?
No,
because
bro,
we're like an hour and a half into it now. I don't want to, because I know you're going to a surprise party that the actual location is a surprise for you. You don't even know where you're going, right?
No, it's in Sharjah somewhere. So let me find out.
So I don't want you to be too late, dude. Thank you so much for coming down and sharing the love and taking your time out to come down and join us. And for sure, my house is your house.
Bro, this was my pleasure, man. This was my utmost pleasure. I'm just gonna say something. This is the best show I've ever been on. Like, the best studio, best everything I've ever seen. I'm gobsmacked. I'm gonna leave out here dreaming about this thing. You know when you leave a movie and you're just thinking about it all the time? I know this is gonna happen, and I can't wait for this episode to come out.
Is there anything particular you want me to wear in the dream?
Bro, like you just keep going. It's just there's no like.
I can't help it, bro. I can't help it. There's no outro, bro. No. But thanks again for coming down. This is your house.
Well, my
anytime
pleasure,
you want to come
Ahmed.
here, just don't turn up without calling me. I hate when people do that.
No
Come to
way,
my. No, and we'll do an episode 2 for sure.
We'll hang out in real life.
No, for
We'll hang
sure.
out in real life.
For sure.
Yeah,
No. For sure, we're gonna go to now. And again, if you need any help with that thing, I really think that you should do it. I'd like to help you do it.
Thank you, man.
With the
I will come to you.
and we'll get it done, bro.
Perfect. 10%.
That 10%, 20. I think I need 50% now, bro.
No, you said 10%, and that's it. Khalas.
It's recorded, right?
This is the contract
recorded.
right
That's
here.
it,
Bro.
that's
Yeah,
it.
I'll take you to
Verbal.
court if you start
That's
chip out on me.
My NFT. Guys, thanks so much for watching. I've been AJ. He's been Basil.
Thank you.
Boom.